Hello everyone, welcome back to another book wrap-up video. I post this video, it's probably going to be kind of early, and that's because looked at my schedule this upcoming week, and there will be no time for me to film this any other time, so we're doing it today. We have a pretty large stack plus 2 other audiobooks, so let's get through them. We finished Fearless by Lauren Roberts. This was the final book in the Powerless series. Man, I gotta tell you, I am extremely upset that this entire series is over. It made me mad because I just didn't want it to end. Like, I cherished this book so much. Took me longer to finish than I thought it would, but I actually don't have a problem with that because I'm gonna miss it. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars because I can't give this anything lower. Like, I spent too much time with these characters, and and there was nothing bad to say about this book at all. Like, I have nothing bad to say. So this one definitely met my expectations, and if you have never read the Powerless trilogy, please don't wait. I waited way too long, way too many years. So yeah, please read it. Okay, the next book I finished in May was The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barn. This book was on my TBR for a while. I just didn't get a chance to read it, and it was an easy read, and I finished it before the end of the month of June, so that's great. I think I gave this book a 4.75 out of 5. No, it was a 3.75. This book was amazing. Loved the plot twist, the mystery aspect to it. The only reason I gave it a 3.75 is because the beginning of it started out a bit slow. Felt like it didn't have enough context, but then once you got into it, it was great, and I loved it, and yeah, great book. Next book was The Hawthorne Legacy, the second book in the Inheritance Games series. I am on page 51 right now, or page 50, and I'm already liking this one better than the first one, to be honest. I just love the suspense in this so much. It just pulls you in, like, immediately, and it's just great. Even better than the first one. But obviously that could change, in a month. But, you will hear from me at the end of July to see how I enjoyed this book. I almost forgot. I didn't give really any context on these 2 books, and I will tell you a little bit right now about what they are about. So, The Inheritance Games is a book about a girl named Avery Grams that is a normal high schooler just trying to get through high school. She lives in her car. She's not very rich. Then all of a sudden, she inherits a bunch of money, and she is in the will of a really rich guy that passed away in Texas. That rich guy's name is Tobias Hawthorne, and he has 4 grandsons. And everybody there's one character that tries to tell Avery, don't fall for them, don't fall for their tricks, all these. Basically, throughout the book, Avery is just trying to figure out why the heck is she here? Why did she inherit all this money? Is she related to the Hawthornes? What's happening here, So yeah, that's just a little gist of what the first book is about. Next up, we have Britt Marie Was Here by Fredrik Backman. This book was like A Man Called Ove, if you've ever read that one. It was sort of similar to the fact that they kind of just had the same ideas and stuff like that, basically. So this book is about a woman named Britt Marie that gets divorced. She is very I would say like a germophobic kind of person, and just needs everything to be clean, kind of like OCD, And then she gets herself a job in a town named Borg, which is basically a deserted town where everything's like, everything's just like closed down, all this stuff, and she becomes employed to take care of a recreation center for children that is like being planned to get teared down soon. And basically the story is just about, what she does, just because she finds these better ideas. She's a more kind-hearted person than you think she is, and gets the games and stuff back up and running, and it's just a great book. It makes you laugh, it makes you cry, you experience about every emotion with these kind of books. I think I gave this book a 4.75, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, this book was pretty good. The only reason it was 4.75 is just a bit slow in the beginning, but then, as most books go, once you get into it, it's better. Okay, one final physical book before I talk about the 2 audiobooks. I picked up a nonfiction one that I actually got at the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. This is called Saved at the Seawall. This is a book that I started in June. This book is about the September 11th boat lift and how some people got saved by the boats that were going back and forth across the water, and the challenges of that and all that kind of stuff. It's a very short book, only about 230-ish pages, so easy read, and I should finish this before the end of July, maybe even before the end of June. Alright, now that we've got the physical books out of the way, now I can talk about the first audiobook that I finished this month. The first audiobook I finished was Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. Yes, I can finally say the name, unlike last time where I struggled a bit. Is Shatter Me by, I cannot say the author's name right, but I think you... If you have never read this book, go back to my other video and I explained what it's about, so yeah, you can find it in there. Or, you could just look up a description, because I'm lazy, so, yeah. Okay, Shatter Me is one of the most insane books that I have read in a long time. Don't get me wrong, Shatter Me was an amazing book. It's just one of, the metaphors that the author uses are, insane. It's just metaphor on top of metaphor. Everything's described that way, which is fine. It made the story sound way better. It's just, I have never read something like that before, so it was a very interesting read. Also, the romance, the love triangle, and the world building is just, mind-boggling. It's insane. It's, one of the craziest books you might ever read. I'm pretty sure, if I'm correct, I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars, so, it was a great read. I enjoyed it very much. If you've never read Shatter Me, I 100% recommend it. It is a great book. I know it looks a little, crazy because there's, 6 books plus, a couple novellas in there, but, you're gonna fly through them because they are awesome. I haven't even, gotten to the second book yet, but I'm getting there, and I think I'm just gonna fly through these books because they are great. Next audiobook I listened to was Destroy Me, which is the novella for Shatter Me. This book was in perspective of a character named Aaron Warner. In Shatter Me, you get to know who Warner is, but you don't really get to know a lot of background or context about him, so Destroy Me really fills that gap that there was in Shatter Me, so I gave the book a 4.75. It was a amazing book, liked it, got to know more about Aaron Warner, and he's now my favorite character. If you like Adam, you can go fall in a pit. Just joking, I wasn't threatening anyone, don't report me. Okay, so now that we got that taken care of, that is all of the books that I read and started in June. So thank you guys for watching, and happy reading.
Oh.